When 47 first joked about a Governor Trudeau, Americans just laughed it off. Well, some Americans just laughed it off as him being Trump, just saying things, just posturing and whatever it was. But Canada took that seriously. And Trump hasn't shut up about it since. He really is advocating for Canada to be the 51st state. But I don't think him or his loyal cult followers are thinking this through. I'm going to give y'all some numbers. 19.87 million is the population of New York. They have 28 electoral votes. 30.73 million. That's the population of Texas. They have 40 electoral votes. 39.43 million. That is the population of California. They have 54 electoral votes. The population of Canada is 40.1 million. So how many electoral votes do you think Canada will have? Oh, wait. Let's just say, if we're rounding up, because Canada has a little bit more people than California, they get 55 electoral votes. If the electoral win stays at 270, the Republicans will never win another presidency. The Republicans would need the Canadians on their side. They would need to pander to the Canadians in order to get their votes. 40.1 million people would then be voting in the American presidential election. Now, Canada, by and large, is way more progressive than America. Like, we like to think of ourselves as the pioneers to do this, that. No, we're not. No, we're not. The things that they have in Canada are things that progressives like Bernie Sanders have been fighting for decades. And we have had no movement. Universal health care, a higher minimum wage, cheaper education, actually putting some effort into our education, funding our education. These are things that Canadians are used to. They're used to that way of life now. So how do you think they would vote? Do you think they would vote with the Republicans? And not only would they count their population, their, let's just say, 55 electoral counts would count toward that next presidency. And they would be sending their now senators and House members from that area to the House and Senate. Who do you think the House and Senate people from Canada would represent? Do you think they'd be coming in as MAGA Republicans? As QAnon? If they ever succeeded in annexing Canada, we would steamroll those policies through. And we already know that Canada stands on business. So we wouldn't have to worry about them pulling a Schumer. They would fight for the things that they want. I don't think you guys are thinking this through. Be careful what you ask for, because it might not be the outcome that you want.